Let me try this again. Okay. I'm going to mute.
Or see or whatever. Y'all know when I get really down, I do disappear from my platform for as long as I need, a week at a time, whatever, right? So if it were me, I and suspects and family members and loved ones just hop right onto YouTube almost instantly. With Don and Candace Wells, they hopped onto YouTube within 72 hours. So their first news thing wasn't even released. Like it was going on the air almost the same time they were on YouTube. And that was a red fucking flag to me. Contact with minors. I called then County Counsel Jerry Carden and advised him of the situation. We had a brief discussion of the matter where he was dismissive of the allegation. He was clearly agitated by the requests from the reporter. I advised Scott Owens of the call. Owens said he had heard rumors that there were accusations made by a sheriff deputy named Ryan Berry. Berry and Wu had been very close friends early in their careers. Berry recently made allegations that Wu had a relationship with an underage woman and that he had actually got her pregnant, and Wu arranged for her to have an abortion. I have not spoken with Berry in many years. I only know him from earlier in my career when he was a witness in a few cases assigned to me for prosecution.
Previous Sheriff Coroner Marshal Devin Bell was in a rush to finish his term early due to his own problems with accusations of various misconduct. So Wayne Wu was appointed sheriff almost half a year early by the Board of Supervisors, thus protecting Devin Bell's career from being tarnished by accusations. Funnily enough, though, it seems Devin Bell used illegal tactics to help Wayne Wu win the race. Wayne led the race with only 67%, while his opponent, Mr. Bean, battled an interestingly timed sexual harassment lawsuit. I'm going to show you now snippets of a couple videos I found by some really dope whistleblower investigative journalists. They've got all the proof in the world.
I'm sorry, I have to pause for a minute. The child in me, Mr. Bean and Mr. Wu, I have to take a second. Okay, I have to put myself together. Okay, that is funny. I don't care who you are.
Statements from DA, written statements and statements on camera by previous deputies and other co-workers of the now sheriff.
So you segregated into?
Again, I'll leave links to everything in the description below so that you can check it out. Don't take my word for it. Go see for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It only took me about half a day of digging to find all this stuff.
Thank you for your half day. Like wow. Awesome. Yeah. Crimes have consequences. The mountains have
There's
eyes.
probably more.
Oh, for
I
sure.
just wanted to tell you guys ASAP.
In my digging, I found these whistleblower investigative journalists. I did too. We're going to pull up some of their videos, which just verifies everything she had found. That's true. We're going to pull those up in a few minutes here. They have witnesses on camera, ex-deputies, co-workers, the current sheriff, coroner, Marshal Wayne Wu.
Did you know that you can make a full-time income from YouTube without ever trying to grow your own channel?
No, you don't.
On Tuesday, June 7th, there's an election for sheriff in Placer County, California, located just outside Sacramento. The stakes are high. The two men vying for the position are Under Sheriff Wayne Wu and Administrative Sergeant Brandon Bean. As the contentious race nears the finish line, allegations of misconduct have been swirling on both sides. Project Veritas received a tip. Wayne Wu had an inappropriate relationship with a minor many years ago.
So I'm an investigative journalist and I'm working on a story and I wanted to come, get comment from you. I've had deputies that have come on record, former deputies with some pretty serious allegations. And, obviously before publishing, I wanted to, come to you first. Right. Well, they said that you engaged in statutory rape of a minor back in around 2000. It's not true at all. Completely not true.
During the course of our investigation, we obtained an exclusive affidavit written by Charles Jeffrey Wilson, a 23-year veteran of the Placer County District Attorney's Office, detailing irregularities and how the sheriff's office handled the investigation at the time.
Shit.
Wilson claims that current Sheriff Devin Bell should have contacted the DA's office when a criminal allegation was made against a county employee.
He stated now that his office had done the investigation with oversight of county counsel, contrary to his earlier statement. In the past, when allegations that are criminal in nature are made against an employee of the sheriff's office, they were referred to an outside agency to conduct the investigation.
agency,
The
duh.
district attorney's office was never asked to assist in this investigation, nor was the case referred to our office for review.
Wilson goes on to state in his affidavit that Sheriff Devin Bell did not conduct an unbiased investigation.
I was then contacted soon thereafter by Sheriff Devin Bell. He told me that Wu admitted having a sexual relationship with the alleged victim.
Okay. So we got Sheriff Devin Bell saying that Wayne Wu, okay, fuck, I'm such a child. Wayne Wu admitted to him. So this is the investigator people and team we have on Kylie Rodney's case, y'all. Everyone's still on call. Upchurch a crackhead, and that he's like ruining his career and needs serious help.
He said they were able to determine the alleged victim was 18 and not underage, based on a document they found related to when the alleged victim was on a ride along with the sheriff's department. If the investigation was
The underage victim was on a ride along with the sheriff department. Did you hear that? Rewind a little bit.
they found related to when the alleged victim was on a ride along with the sheriff's department.
On a ride along with the sheriff department and getting computer's fucking up with my phone.
If the investigation was done appropriately and correctly, it would have been in their interest to show me that there was a thorough investigation that came to an unbiased conclusion supported by evidence. They refused. That left the impression that they feared I would immediately notice that the investigation was not handled properly, and their unfounded conclusion was not credible. It was clearly not unfounded in the sense that Wu admitted that he had a sexual relationship with the alleged victim. Calling it unfounded is an overstatement and leaves the impression that there was no merit in the allegations when in fact there was. It also serves as a legal basis not to disclose the information to the public. Simply stated, regardless of the strength of the evidence, if Bell claims it's unfounded, he never has to share it with the public.
Sheriff Bell's claims that the allegations were unfounded implied he
Look
never
at this good boys club right here. Okay.
had to share the findings to the public. This proved to be true when ABC 10 requested a copy of the internal investigation through a California public records request, and ABC 10 was denied.
If you look at our policies and procedures for any criminal activity, it says Placer County policy and procedures, any criminal activity suspected by the employee will be directly turned over to the district attorney's office. So they decide, they being Wayne and Devin Bell, to do it in-house. In-house investigation. So you see how dirty it is, dude?
Brian Berry is a retired deputy who worked closely with Wu for over 20 years.
Dude.
He also believes that the investigation was handled
That's what I'm
improperly.
on.
And they decide, well, we're just going to investigate this in-house. So at that point, who handles it?
They violate their own policy.
They violate their own policy, and who does the
Yeah.
investigations? The IA?
Pedo, he's in charge.
The subordinates to Wayne is captain's lieutenant.
That's pretty good. Things were so bad that multiple cops knew what he did, and nobody did anything.
Yeah, I never knew that. Because when Wayne got wind of, I was getting ready to, tell my story, what I knew about his past. So he sends his captain, Steinhardt. He's like, Wayne wants to know what you want. What do you mean? He wants to know what you want. We want to keep your mouth shut, right?
Really? Who said this to you?
Daryl Steinhardt.
Daryl Steinhauer?
Wayne Wu was sending people to ask what he wanted to keep his mouth shut, so he wouldn't tell his story.
Right.
And who is he?
The captain.
In 2018, Berry broke his silence, which led to the internal investigation of Wu.
June 1st of 2002.
June 1st, 2002.
Yeah, he was telling me, he says, I gotta talk to you. We're sitting at the table at this Like, definitely. Well, I've been seeing this girl. Okay, whatever. And it's on her. She's 16. I would say pretty, right?
Very
You hear that? He said, I fucked up. I've been seeing this girl. So he impregnated a 16-year-old girl, allegedly, that was with the sheriff's department for a ride along. Mr. Wu, man in charge of Kylie Rodney's case, where cover-ups are clearly all up in this area, and this is who we got covering Kylie Rodney's case. But we're just supposed to believe, especially when Adventures with Purpose went there, just found the car, and they were told not to look there for the car, and there was a car, right? They made that clear. We were given a map. We were told this area was already, like, what's fuck?
He wasn't the only person aware of these allegations.
all
Garland Liu, another retired deputy, also discussed the Wu
Look at them all.
investigation with our journalist.
Well, it's kind of one of those things where back in the days there were people that were hanging out with younger girls, but hanging out's not the illegal part.
It's the statutory part.
Statutory part, and that's that's the thing. There's only two people that are going to know whether that's true or not.
But
Being a 17-year-old girl right now,
100%, 100%,
we're not talking about getting in her pants.
100%.
That thing.
Right,
If you ran a story on that,
right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they'll come after you.
Wayne would.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They would. I mean, he has an attorney.
Oh yeah.
He has friends.
It appears that the determination that the allegation is unfounded was made by Sheriff Bell. He has a close personal relationship with Wu. I've been advised that they're personal friends who socialize outside of work. It would also be politically embarrassing for the sheriff's office if the allegation were true.
Efforts to uncover the truth have been stymied by a refusal to release records in the investigation. If the evidence exonerates Wu, why keep that information hidden?
So we're dropping a story today. You want to comment on it? I already gave you my comments. Right, but you didn't respond to the new information that we have. I gave you all my comments and my statements. Right, so but now we have new information. We have. I'm not going to give you any other comments. Okay, well, right here is an affidavit signed by former Chief District Attorney Jeffrey Wilson. He says that Devin Bell told him that he swears on the comments that you admitted.
I gave you all my comments. I'm not going to have more conversations.
Was it appropriate to have your direct subordinate?
I'm not going to have. I gave you all my comments, man. What are you trying to do? I
Dude,
gave you all my comments. I'm not going to have a further conversation.
oh,
Right.
probably
There's
crimes.
this new information. We have now learned that your direct subordinate to the investigation.
I have gave you all my comments.
So you did not
I'm
answer
not
that
going
question.
to answer any other question.
Why not release the investigation if it proves that you're totally exonerated?
I answered your questions, and I am totally exonerated.
So,
Sweet City.
as
Love.
always, I love you guys very, very, very much. I hope that you
This
are
was
safe and
an
well
amazing video.
healthy
Again,
and
you
happy,
guys, Sarah
and
saving
May God
spirits. I
protect
hope she makes some more. That was awesome. So
So, David Wu is in charge of Rodney, her case. And then I got to thinking, let me pull up the scene where they were bringing or finding Kylie's car and bringing it up, because Adventures with Purpose was the only ones there. Law enforcement was not there. And law enforcement also did some lying. And that's the stuff we need to be putting out. I love law enforcement. I do. I love cops. I'm sorry. But they're not all good. There are some corrupt ones. It's like the power goes to their head. And yeah. me see here. I haven't seen that one. Now I got chills. That must be a sneak peek into Adventures with a Purpose. The one that's coming out, I think they said the 2nd or the 3rd of September. And today is the last day of August. And I really thought that summer would be found in the month of August. But still, I'm going to keep the number 14 in the back of my mind because there is something about the number 14. So I'm going to go back up here to Kylie, see if I can find something. Oh, I got to keep forgetting to mute. I don't know which one of these guys is Doug. I guess Doug is the one that found her. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and let you guys go about your business. And if there's anybody left, just click the like on the way out if you would. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to try to stay away from so much drama and heartache. You do the same. Good night.